As it says in Genesis 1, God gave us this planet to care for, to be responsible for.
Yeah, I met Catherine at Graduate InterVarsity Christian Fellowship. It's a graduate group at University of Illinois, and we were both looking for Christian friends. She was one of the organizers of the events there, and she was also the greeter. So she greeted me, and then I married her, but there was a few years in between there. But I was taken by her right away.
Andrew and I met in grad school. I was the large group coordinator for a Christian student group called InterVarsity. One of my jobs was to organize the speakers, the other was to greet people. Andrew was new, I greeted him.
What I love about Catherine is that she's not Republican and she's not Democrat. She's Canadian, so she's out of the box.
Andrew's really smart. Anybody who has a PhD in applied linguistics, anybody who was an endowed chair at the University of Notre Dame at the age of 27 has to be pretty smart. He's also a committed Christian. He also believes very strongly in the role and the importance of God in our lives, and he is a very funny person.
It's so rare to find a Christian climate scientist, and that's what Catherine brings to the table, and I'm fortunate to be married to her. So when we start to parse things out in an intelligent way, people can see the difference, that we shouldn't lump all scientific opinions in one bin and assume that I've got to be a Democrat or I've got to be liberal in order to think climate change is real. It's perfectly plausible for me and anyone else to be a Bible-believing Christian and yet believe that climate change is a real concern.
One of the most frequent questions we get is, if God is in control, how could this be happening? Well, all you have to do is look around. Bad things happen to good people all the time. How did a mother get killed by a drunk driver? Why does a child die of a devastating disease? Bad things happen all the time, and the answer is right in the Bible. It's because of free will. We have the ability to make choices, and our choices have consequences. Sometimes, if we make a good choice, they can have good consequences. Sometimes we make what we think was a good choice, and it ends up having some bad consequences. And that's what climate change is. The Industrial Revolution was a good thing in many ways. We live much better lives, much longer lives, much healthier lives because of the Industrial Revolution. But it had an unintended consequence. That was the fact that whenever we burn all of these fossil fuels, it puts all of this carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. That extra carbon dioxide is wrapping around our planet like a blanket our planet never needed and never was designed to have. Our planet is heating up as a result. And we care about a warming planet not because of a little change in global temperature. We care about it because it's affecting us in the places where we live. It's affecting our weather patterns. It's affecting our heat waves, our heavy rainfall events. It's making our hurricanes stronger. It's impacting our cost of living, our agriculture, our economy, even national security. Did we know all these things were going to happen 300 years ago? We had no idea. But they're happening now because of the choices that we made. And now that we know what's happening, it's time to make a different choice. The more I've realized that telling people about this issue, bringing it up to the level of our consciousness where we know this is really important. In fact, how can we feel like we're really expressing Christ's love to the world if we are saying, oh, climate change isn't real when it's harming real people?
The will of God is Jesus Christ in you.
But if we're a Christian, we have even more reason to care about climate change. If we believe that God created this planet, that, as it says in Genesis 1, God gave us this planet to care for, to be responsible for, if we believe that we are to be known by our love for others, that is how Christians are to be recognized, especially our love and care for those who don't have the resources and advantages we do. If that's what we believe, then we have every reason in the world not just to care about climate change, but to be on the forefront of those demanding actions. One of my favorite verses is in the book of Timothy that says that all that counts is our faith expressing itself through love. Climate change offers us an opportunity to do that. Acting on climate is an opportunity to love other people, to love them in a tangible way today by helping people who are already in need, as well as helping people tomorrow by changing the way we get our energy, by recognizing that the actions that we take matter, by realizing that there's a different way to live, a way that's more compatible with our responsibility for this amazing planet that God has given us, and a way that's much more compatible with loving and caring for other people, loving our neighbor more than we love ourselves.